Are you utterly obsessed with the Wicked movies but have no idea how to express that in your everyday life? Do you want to feel like you are constantly living in Oz? Well, this is the video for you. Hello, my name is Lena. I'm kind of obsessed with Wicked, maybe one of their biggest fans. Like, I have written my undergrad dissertation on Wicked. I've given papers on Wicked at like Wicked symposiums. I have seen the musical on the West End more times than I care to express. And needless to say, the past 2 years have just been a fever dream where everybody has finally been in to my thing. And I'm so excited, and I'd like to solidify it in the culture, especially us millennials. I think we deserve a new, less tainted version of Hogwarts. I think for those of us who never identified with Lord of the Rings, I finally have something to have a movie marathon with and be immersed in. And it's also very exciting for all the niche musical theatre nerd kids who are finally having their tastes validated. And so for that reason, I think it's so important that those of us who are excited about it indulge in something called Ozcore. Ozcore is not about engaging with the merchandise of the Wicked franchise. It's not about buying what they tell us to buy. It's about buying secondhand. It's about getting on Vinted, getting grungy, not only with the way we dress, but also with the way we shop, and having fun with it. Almost 2 years ago, I made these mood boards and talked about what I predicted Oz fashion would be. And since I made that video, it would seem about half of my wardrobe could be classed as Ozcore. So I thought I would chat you through my everyday Ozian wardrobe today. You might have seen that I actually have made a very special ball gown dress to attend the Wicked premiere. You've seen that one, that is amazing, but today is all about wearable outfits that you can wear anywhere and only the other Ozians will recognise each other. It's also for people who love Halloween and witchy stuff but like don't get to wear it all year round. I'm here to tell you we're wearing it all freaking year round, okay? Now, I'm going to talk you through some of the categories I think make an amazing Ozcore wardrobe, and then I'm going to try some of the outfits on for you and showcase all the different looks I will be rocking this autumn. Now, one of the things I love about the stage costumes of Oz and how they have translated onto the movie screen is this kind of idea of disheveled grandeur. And part of disheveled grandeur that I really like is net attire. And there is so much secondhand to get your hands on because it's something that has been around for a long time. I love this navy tulle skirt. I'm going to show you how I layer this later. I also have And Other Stories went through a phase of doing these amazing gathered tops, and there's still so many of them on the secondhand market, and this is my favourite one. There's also just your basic kind of sheer polo neck witchy top for layering, love that. And I also own this very decadent sheer shirt that has very poofy sleeves that no doubt you'll see in action very soon. Another thing when it comes to Ozcore, I think, is about structure. If you want to wear jeans, that is totally acceptable. However, I think instead of my usual like straight leg or barrel leg jeans, I lean in when I'm wearing an Ozcore outfit into more flared or wide leg trousers because they give the silhouette of a witchy skirt, even though you're still wearing jeans. I think as soon as you add something tailored to an outfit, it does feel a little Ozian in some way. And I love this waistcoat that has princess seams in it. So it's just a tiny bit more fitted. It doesn't matter if it doesn't do up. Who cares? Not me. But I think waistcoats are a great way to add a little structure to an outfit. I have had this jacket since I was 14 years old. And yes, I still wear it. Disheveled biker jackets of any kind. This is in like a quite stretch fabric that give kind of steampunk vibes, I think are brilliant. The next category has to be stripes. Now, obviously, the Shiz uniform is full of stripes, and you can go more Beetlejuice or Helena Bonham Carter from Sweeney Todd with it, like this. Or you can do like more kind of swampy colours like this top, which I really like too. Or if you're feeling really extra, you can make yourself a matching, this is 35 people, a matching Shiz-inspired co-ord set that I'll be modelling for you soon. Also, if you thought I was going to iron anything before showing it to you, you must be new to this channel. We don't iron here, or not as often as I should. So yes, muddy coloured stripes are a definite yes. Patterns to consider when doing Ozcore. Love a kind of velvet moment, especially if the colors are a little uneven. Like in this one, it's kind of green and blue, and it has a Celtic pattern, or if like there's lots of ones that are also kind of intentionally worn away velvet that I think are very, very Aussian. Remember when dip dye was really in, and this kind of two-toned thing, especially in mesh? Keep that alive. We hate to think of that in the landfill. I think that is perfect for Oscore. More regal prints like this with shields and like a medieval vibe also works for some reason. And then of course, dark tartan, preferably without white in it. A black and a grey would be acceptable. Obviously, I also love this navy and green combination. I think that's probably my favourite colour combination for wearing Oscore is the navy and green. And then finally, weird cuts of any kind. Asymmetry, like this top. Zara made a lot of these tops a few years ago, and trust me, they're still out there. They don't die. They're all made of plastic. Let's make use of them. But not just asymmetry in any way. That could be like a high-low skirt or something like that, but also just strange silhouettes and gatherings. This is one of my most incredible bits in my wardrobe. It's originally from Anthropologie, and it has these pointed gathers that I think look gothic and gathered and Aussian in the best way. Of course, if you can incorporate some casual silk, like I'm about to attempt to, into your everyday wardrobe, I respect that. And I think, again, it goes with this kind of disheveled decadence that I think pushes Oscore into its own little realm of brilliance. And everyday items that are just a bit longer than you might expect. This is a really old cardigan of mine, but it's floor length, and for that reason it's so simple to make something look more Elphaba just by dint of being a weird length. Then of course we cannot forget actual Aussian merch. There is so much, there's so much secondhand stuff online, and it's kind of scary, but we must make use of it. And I think trying to incorporate it into your outfits to give them the hint of like your inspiration is really cool. So this is actually my pajama top. Craig gave me these as a present last year for Christmas, and I wear these pretty much every night. But I was thinking, what if I tried to incorporate this into my everyday wear? I'm going to attempt to style that for you today. But let me tell you, last year M&S made so many of these pairs of pajamas, and everybody apparently doesn't want them anymore because they're all unvinted. This top I've had for years and years. This is an Emerald City black t-shirt, embroidered and originally made by Joni. I think there's obviously before Wicked, there is just a lot of Wizard of Oz memorabilia about, so watch out for that too. And then finally, those of you who are familiar with the channel will know my struggles to try and get hold of one of these incredible tops with Margaret, the original Wicked Witch from the Wizard of Oz, on the front secondhand. And thanks to one of you, I got hold of one and I wear it all the time. So that also can't be discounted. Killstar is the brand, and they made loads of Wizard of Oz themed things that, again, like we need to save them from landfill. Loads of people panic bought those and then are now trying to sell them on. Now let's talk Aussian accessories. Of course, you have seen my incredible and very fancy boots that I wore for the premiere of Wicked. And they're amazing, but we cannot be wearing them every day. My everyday Oscore shoes are these amazing lace-up green pair. They're like all I'm going to style with today. I don't think that it's realistic to have this huge collection of shoes. These are so versatile, and I'm going to show you about a million ways of styling these. The kind of like flirtation with the fetish trend that happened a few years ago means that there's just like millions of these belts in existence, and I think a little bit of adding something like that to your outfit can bring a bit of the grungy goth to what would otherwise be a kind of more polite outfit, so it's worth looking out for those. There is of course my fake ostrich feather clutch bag, which we stan. If you're gonna lean into the shiz uniform stripe thing, can I recommend a little beret to give it that kind of private school World War II evacuee kind of style. And then there's also, if you're not a hat person, potentially trying to pull off a bandana, which I haven't felt confident enough to. I think it's not quite, I don't know why I can't wear it without looking like a pirate. But I've seen loads of people pull it off and it'd be really, really cool. Jewellery and accessory wise, don't be afraid to wear your jewellery in your hair. I'm already wearing a very sparkly hair clip. Those of you who are astute will know these were also my wedding hair grips, and we wear them all the time. It's no surprise that the things I chose to get married in were also just things that I would wear a lot anyway. But the whole theme of moons and stars and that kind of 20s velvet decadence that is in circulation in loads of different kinds of accessories can totally also fit with Oscore, as can the green tassels. I love these earrings, they're freaking phenomenal. Who would give them away? Also, you can buy earrings on secondhand. You just literally clean them and it's fine. So even just having earrings like this is a great way to give like a little nod to Oz without being too obvious. There's of course also 90s chokers like this one. Love a little stone choker moment. But also I am a huge fan of just a simple piece of fabric elastic. You can get these in any supermarket in the UK. They're literally, even in the small ones, if you look in the sewing section, there's always a little bundle of this around for incredibly cheap. And you just cut a little piece, tie it in the back, and boom. Instantly, you are a 90s witch. You are like one of the extras in Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's just magical. It's so much less restrictive than any chokers or any like traditional necklaces I've ever worn. And I might just wear this for the whole video, to be honest, because I think it just makes everything look more Oscore. Right, now you've seen all the elements I am building with, should we get into the outfits? Okay, this is outfit number 1, based on the base layer that I was wearing earlier. I forgot to tell you about tights. Tights, very key to Oscore. These are the ones that I'm currently wearing. Anything sheer with a stripe in it, very much applaud that. You could just get a plain green like this. You could go sparkly, or if you're looking for a more sustainable option, snag tights, which is where I've got like all of these tights I've got from Snag Tights. They're a great business. They've started making tights out of castor oil. So I'm going to try these at some point. I've just got them. They've just started making them. But just to make you aware, if you are trying to be more sustainable with your tights, generally just buying tights that last a really long time. I have pairs of Snag tights in my collection that I have had for like 4 years. And usually tights used to last me about 5 wears. So really longevity is the main thing when it comes to tights. But just wanted to highlight, they're making stuff out of castor oil. What the hell? Not Spawn. I bought them with my own money. I'm just like absolutely overwhelmed. The future is here. Anyway, I've got this base layer dress on that acts as a skirt for this outfit. I've got the tights, the green boots, my netty Wicked Witch top, which also shows my tattoos out of. I like that. I've got the chain belt that I think echoes the silver. These are slipping. I have not mastered the art of keeping these in my hair. If you have fine, slippy hair like me, please send me tips on how to keep hair grips in, because geez. As a general rule, I would say silver over gold when it comes to Oscore, but you do you. There are no rules. We defy gravity here. But I think the silver in the hair clips echo the silver around the waist and add a little bit of flair to the waist. It kind of emphasizes that after here, the material goes out, and I feel like the chains are kind of heralding in the change in shape as your eye goes down. I've got my trusty Sainsbury's elastic choker on. And then I think to top off this outfit, I would have to honour 14-year-old Lena by wearing the jacket that never dies. Looks like this from the side, this from the front, this from far away. God damn it, this clip. It's like the kind of clip that needs a clip to clip it in. Need a double clip. But yes, this is outfit number 1. Okay, welcome to outfit number 2. Give you a little twirl. Da-da-da-da. Oh, the sun's coming out. It's really sharp, don't you think? You know black is this year's pink. This is a top version of the dress that I always make, which is the Daphne dress in a linen fabric from Mills and Boon. And I would either wear it like this, or maybe if I'm going to a party, like this. I actually love that. Any geologists in the crowd, can you tell me what this stone is? I don't know. But I'm wearing it around my neck. I switched it out from the choker. But I think, again, like if you just have necklaces already and you just make them a little bit tighter, like seal them a bit tighter, or even put a little hairband or elastic band around the back to make them more choker length, I think you automatically become more Oscore. Then we've got this matching skirt I made. I love the gathers on the side, but it's very flat on the top. And then underneath the skirt, I have layered this tulle skirt to bring out the navy elements. And I quite like matching that with my stripy tights as well. I actually think that looks really cool. If I do say so myself, cooked this one up myself. And then if I was going to try and be a little bit warmer, I might add my trusty Emerald City tourist information vest. That's what it feels like anyway to me. In the best way, in the best way. We could even take it off the shoulders underneath the vest. Steady. And I would legitimately, I think I'm going to be wearing this outfit all week. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's really hitting all of my Helena Bonham Carter, Bad Cinderella dreams, and I don't want to take it off, but I must because we have to show you another outfit. So just to show you how versatile this skirt is, I've paired it with this asymmetrical top, kept my necklace, added a belt, and then I've also, to echo the top, added this cheeky little underskirt that I was thinking, you saw me try to do this in the last outfit video, unsuccessfully. Maybe I just need to give myself a little tutorial. But this way that people tuck up their skirts to show an extra skirt underneath, I can also see a vision there. Or maybe I could put this skirt over this skirt, but right now, to be honest, this skirt doesn't close on me. So we're using it nonetheless in a more creative way, but I like the idea of that peeking out underneath this. But also you could totally wear it with a casual black t-shirt like this with my choker on again. You could totally just throw on some trainers with this as well, and that would be totally acceptable and casual and great. Or even you could double stripe it like this, or summon your inner Avril Lavigne and layer it like this. I kind of love that. I would not have thought of that if I hadn't been doing this video, and I'm actually like, yes, it makes sense. Okay, this next one is very much Madame Morrible has called you for a business meeting and you might be in trouble, but you really need to talk her round. We've got the tasseled earrings, the sheared top with the accent shoulders. This one is actually, I had this way before, but this looks really similar to one of Cynthia Erivo's costumes and is very Victoriana inspired. So watch out for the poofy little net sleeves. My God. Fucking love it. And then on the bottom half, I have got my wide leg jeans and obviously the trusty green boots peeking out from below. And I think, as like I said at the beginning, I think that a wide leg really gives much more Ozcore witchy vibes than any other jeans cut. And this almost feels a little bit too grown up for me, I'm not gonna lie, but it is good. Like if I need to come across as an adult to anybody, it's a good outfit to have on the back burner. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more me. This is calling to me. I wonder if I put this over the top, it might casual it down. Hold on. Oh, I've just noticed there's like a weird keep your filthy thoughts to yourself. This is definitely soya yogurt. It's just very sustainable to not wash your clothes. Just saying. Yet again, sacrificing my reputation and sense of self in the name of the planet. What can I say? Wasn't expecting this to work. But I actually love it. This corset top, I think it's originally Primark and I got it secondhand for about £2. But it just goes with so many random things and I don't know how it's doing it, but it is. You can also layer this over sheer black top like this. That's amazing. In my last little dress up video, I layered it over this and you all loved it. I layered it over this and I hated it, but some of you were a fan and that's fair. This shirt in general could just be thrown over these trousers and I think it would. I feel like this top is one of the most Ozcore things I own and therefore doesn't even really need pairing with anything else. To scream Ozcore. I love this one. But let's get out of these trousers and back into a dress because I feel like that's where I'm truly comfortable. Okay, so this is the bare bones of this Anthropologie dress that I got secondhand. And I do really like it. But I recently wore it to an amazing Wicked Lush event that I was very lucky to go to. And I look back at the pictures and I was like, it doesn't look Ozcore enough. Maybe I've just like got green tinted glasses and I've got like Oz blindness or something, but I was like, it's not Oz enough. I need more. So the trusty tights definitely help. I wore it with leopard print heels and I think these help much more. But I'm wondering if I layer it a little bit and give it a little bit more shape. It's going to look more witchy. Let's give it a go. Oh, maybe the hat. Oh, I'll wear the hat. Hold on. Okay. Answers on a postcard. Have I Ozcored too close to the sun? I just feel a little Emily in Paris. Do you know what I mean? Emily in Oz. Emily. Imagine Emily interning in the Emerald City. That would be like, you're on flying monkey duty, good luck. Anyway, this is an outfit I'm so confused because I don't know if I like it, but if I saw somebody else wearing it, I'd think they were cool. So why don't I think I'm cool? Is it like a self-esteem thing? Or is it just that it's kind of not quite my style? And that's why I'm feeling, I don't know. However, let's see if we can tone it down. As much as I love these sleeves, I think they're very Ozcore. Anything with these kind of longer, tighter cuffs, I think is incredibly alpha bear. We're gonna lose the shirt for now. I think that the neckerchief can come off as well. And the hat. Am I just stripping off at this point? Maybe it was fine how it was. Maybe I was just like, what if I just add this bag to it? A little clutch bag like this. I like that. I think because the skirt and the waistline is such a serve, we don't need to be over serving people. They'll get sick of it. You know what I mean? Why give 5 courses when you can just give 3 really good courses? Maybe if I had like some long green beads here or some kind of visual interest here, I would do that. But I don't. But I think I am, like, this is still cool. Okay, that's my final answer given everything that's in my wardrobe, I think. Right, one final outfit, I think, and then we'll leave you to get on with your normal lives rather than just sitting here imagining you live in the Wizard of Oz with me. Okay, even I am not delusional enough to think that I've fully got away with this one, but this is my best attempt at styling this pajama top. I think when it comes to styling stuff that you really shouldn't be styling, making sure it's not the full focus of the outfit is a good idea. For me, I think the first thing that you look at when you see this outfit is the skirt. And then I also tried to centralize the black top by tying it in with the choker and making that the focus. However, I do think this is just such a pajama top. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got the piping and the classic collar. And I do think you would know. But do I care? I'm not sure. Would it be better if I put a beanie on? I've got this lime green beanie I made. Does that make it look more like off-duty law student? What am I talking about? I always lose it towards the end of these videos. I always stop being able to see what looks good. But it was an attempt. And isn't that all we can do in this world? Thank you for joining me trying to Ozcore up my wardrobe even more than it already is. I hope that even if Wicked isn't your thing, this has inspired you to lean into those long-term loves that you've always loved, rather than just like feeling like you need to latch onto trends and then get rid of stuff again. Like, this is stuff, a lot of this stuff I've had for a long time, and even the stuff that I have got recently, I know that I will be wearing until I am 90 years old. Proving that not only is sustainable fashion probably more sensible in the long run, it's also more fulfilling and way more fun. Let me know your favorite outfits below, and as always, this video was made possible not by sponsors, don't like them very much, but by the Gumption Club. Join me over on Patreon to chat everything from sustainable fashion to what books we're reading and what changes we're trying to make in the world, and in a really super complicated world in which being an online creative without killing the planet is a real defying gravity every day. Broomstick feet, they are the people that make that in any way possible. So thank you so much to them. Don't drink any green potions strangers give you, and beware of the wizards. Frog Snog out.